daily habits that can boost your mental clarity for years. My mind felt like it was stuck in a constant, thick fog. Simple tasks felt impossible, and my days were just a blur of distraction and mental exhaustion. I figured this was just my new reality, that my brain was somehow broken, or I wasn't as sharp as everyone else. I'd sit down to work, and an hour later, I'd realize I had accomplished absolutely nothing. I was just bouncing between emails, notifications, and this vague, heavy sense of anxiety. It felt like trying to see through a fog that had settled directly behind my eyes. It wasn't just about work, either. It hit my conversations, my ability to be present with my family, and really, my ability to just enjoy life. But then I discovered that a few specific, daily habits could completely cut through that fog. I'm not just going to list them off for you. I'm going to show you how they helped me find a level of mental clarity I honestly didn't think was possible for me. These aren't massive, life-altering changes that demand insane willpower. They're small, consistent actions that create an incredible upward spiral for your mind. Alright, the first and most critical change, the one that everything else is built on, was prioritizing quality sleep. We tend to treat sleep like a luxury, the first thing to go when we're busy, but that's like trying to run a supercomputer on a dying battery. See, your brain has this amazing cleaning crew, called the glymphatic system, that works hardest during deep sleep, clearing out metabolic waste and toxins that build up during the day. When you cut sleep short, you're leaving all that junk in your mind, which is a direct cause of the brain fog, poor focus, and emotional roller coaster you feel the next day. So, what does mastering your sleep actually look like in practice? First, it's all about consistency. I committed to a strict 7 to 9 hour sleep schedule every single night. That meant going to bed and waking up at the same time, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm, making it way easier to fall asleep and wake up actually feeling refreshed. Second, I built a wind-down routine to signal to my brain that it was time to power down. About an hour before bed, all work stopped, and most importantly, I put my phone away. We all know it, but the blue light from our screens is a total menace for melatonin, the hormone that tells your body, hey, it's time for bed. Instead, I started reading a real, physical book, doing some light stretching, or listening to calming music. And why is this so profound? Because quality sleep is where memory, consolidation, emotional regulation, and sharp thinking happen. When you're rested, your brain is just better at handling stress, solving problems, and staying focused. You're more resilient, and your mood is more stable. Think of it as a nightly reset for your brain's hardware. Without it, the software, your thoughts, your focus, your creativity just can't run properly. Making this one change was like upgrading my entire mental operating system. Okay, so my sleep was fixed, but I was still hitting this massive energy wall in the afternoon, where the fog would start creeping back. That's when I looked at what I was eating. Your brain is a super energy-hungry organ, and food is its direct fuel. Feeding it processed, sugary junk is like putting cheap, gunky fuel in a high-performance engine. You're going to get sputtering performance and a total cognitive crash. The fix was to focus on nutrient-dense, whole foods. This isn't about restriction. It's about adding the right stuff. I made sure my meals were packed with healthy fats, complex carbs, and quality protein. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon and walnuts, are literally the building blocks for your brain cells. B vitamins, which you find in leafy greens and eggs, are critical for energy production. So how do you do this without feeling overwhelmed? I started with one simple rule. Every meal needed 3 things: a source of protein, a healthy fat, and a colorful vegetable. For breakfast, instead of sugary cereal, I switched to eggs with avocado and spinach. For lunch, a big salad with grilled chicken and a ton of different veggies. This stabilized my blood sugar and completely eliminated those wild energy spikes and crashes that were destroying my focus. I also set consistent meal times. Just creating a routine around food reduces decision fatigue. When you're not constantly wondering what or when to eat, you free up so much mental energy. And the best part is how it all works together. Good food helps you sleep better, and it gives you the energy you need to actually want to exercise. Changing my diet was never about losing weight. It was about gaining mental clarity. All right, we're about halfway through. If you're getting some good ideas from this, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. I put out videos with practical stuff just like this all the time to help you boost your mental performance and live a more intentional life. It's a small click for you, but it makes a huge difference for the channel. For years, my idea of exercise was some grueling, hour-long torture session at the gym. Honestly, just the thought of it was exhausting, and a huge barrier to even starting. But what I learned is that for mental clarity, it's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Even short bursts of movement every day can have a huge effect on your brain. Physical activity is a reset button for your mind. When you move, your brain releases an incredible cocktail of neurochemicals, including endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. Think of it as your body's own natural and free anti-anxiety medication. Exercise also boosts blood flow to the brain, which sharpens memory and cognitive function. And it helps slash the stress hormone cortisol. So what's the minimum dose for maximum effect? You don't need to train for a marathon. I started with a 15-minute walk every day, right after lunch. That post-lunch slump that used to be a foggy mess was now a head-clearing walk that re-energized me for the rest of the afternoon. Even just 10 to 30 minutes of daily activity is enough to boost clarity, improve sleep, and build emotional resilience. The trick is to find something you don't hate and weave it into your day. Maybe it's 10 minutes of yoga right when you wake up. Maybe it's doing squats and push-ups while your coffee brews. Just remove the friction. The goal isn't to become a world-class athlete, it's to use movement as a tool to declutter your mind. This creates a positive feedback loop. Exercise improves your sleep, and better sleep gives you more energy to exercise. It's a powerful combo that fights brain fog from two different angles. Even with better sleep, nutrition, and exercise, my mind could still get hijacked by a storm of thoughts and anxieties. My focus would just wander off, getting lost in worries about the future or replaying stuff from the past. This is where mindfulness became my anchor. Mindfulness is just the simple practice of paying attention to right now, without judging yourself for it. It sounds almost too simple, but it's an incredibly powerful form of mental training. And the science here is wild. Just 10 minutes a day can literally reshape your brain. It strengthens your prefrontal cortex, which is your focus and decision-making hub, while calming down the amygdala, your brain's alarm system. It physically rewires your brain to be less reactive and more intentional. How can you start this today? The easiest entry point is through mindful breathing. Here's all you have to do. Sit down comfortably, close your eyes, and just pay attention to your breath. Feel the air coming into your nose, filling your lungs, and then leaving your body. Your mind will wander. That's what minds do. The real practice is just gently noticing it wandered, and without beating yourself up, bringing your attention right back to your breath. Every time you do that, it's like a bicep curl for your focus muscle. Another great technique is a body scan. Just bring your awareness to different parts of your body, from your toes to the top of your head, noticing any tension and consciously letting it go. You can also try gratitude journaling by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. This practice has been shown to shift your brain toward positivity. That little 10-minute practice became my secret weapon for staying calm and focused, no matter what chaos the day decided to throw at me. Now, all these habits are great on their own. But when you weave them into a consistent routine, that's when the magic really happens. Why? Because routines kill something called decision fatigue. You have a finite amount of mental energy each day. When you automate the basic parts of your day, you save that precious energy for deep work, creativity, and solving actual problems. My morning routine became the bedrock of my day. It's nothing fancy. I wake up at the same time, drink a glass of water, do my 10-minute mindfulness practice, and then 15 minutes of light stretching. I do all of this before I even think about looking at my phone. This creates a calm, intentional start, rather than a reactive one driven by emails and social media. Another game changer was learning to work with my body's natural energy cycles, not against them. They're called ultradian rhythms. Turns out, your brain can only really maintain peak focus for about 90 minutes at a time. So, I started working in 90-minute sprints. I'll go hard for 90 minutes, then take a real 15 to 20-minute break, where I step away from my screen, stretch, or get some fresh air. This prevents burnout and keeps my mind sharp all day. Finally, I decluttered my space, both physical and digital. A messy desk or a cluttered desktop creates this low-grade visual stress that is constantly pulling at your attention. I took 15 minutes to organize my workspace and my files. I turned off all non-essential notifications. This whole structure is what holds the habits in place, making mental clarity my new default, instead of something I have to constantly fight for. Mastering my sleep, fueling my brain, moving my body, anchoring my mind, and building a routine to make it all stick. Those are the 5 habits that took me from constant brain fog to sustained mental clarity. It wasn't one big aha moment that changed everything. It was the small, consistent effort, day after day, that compounded into a complete transformation. The fog lifted, and I could finally access the focus, creativity, and presence that had been buried underneath it all along. The journey starts with one small step. You don't have to do all of these at once. Just pick one. The one that sounds the most doable, and commit to it for the next 2 weeks. See what happens. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one habit you already practice that helps you find mental clarity? Or which one from this video are you most excited to try first? Let me know in the comments below. Your journey to a clearer mind begins today.